Chris, can you speak to the speed of Guarendo? It seemed like he's caught us a little bit by surprise. We didn't realize he was as fast as he is.
Well, I'm glad he caught you guys by surprise, because he definitely did catch me by surprise. I mean, he's what can you say? I mean, he's just a kid that works his tail off every day. Really puts in the work, studies film. He's got a track background. I think I said that last time. He ran a 10.5 as a senior in high school. Played a lot of receiver, mostly receiver, actually all receiver in high school. So his hands are really good. He just put on a few more pounds over the years, but definitely knew that he was capable of running very fast. He's worked on some other elements of his game, being more powerful, more physical through contact. And I really think he's really done a great job in that department. But it always helps when you have an O-line like we have that just paves the way. And I think we've got some backs. If we get some space, we can take it to the house. And he's definitely been a pleasant surprise for us, for sure.
Chris, you're a local guy, grew up in Louisville, you know what this rivalry means. Tell us in your words, what does it mean? To be able to coach in this game, what's it mean?
Oh, man, it's an honor. It's an honor. I never had the privilege of playing in the game, but growing up in this city, I was definitely well aware of the magnitude of the game. You know, from having some former teammates that I played with in high school that played here, and you know, some guys I coach with that coached in the game, and there's no doubt about it. This is a Super Bowl, and I think we're well aware of the ramifications of the game. And I think our kids are chomping at the bit because they understand how important this game is as well. I think when you have a staff of men who, from the city, played here, have familiarity, I think that it takes on a little bit more meaning. And I told them, I said, you know, guys, it might be a little different if you guys go to Walmart wearing your stuff and all of a sudden you lose the game. I mean, you know, they might not let you in Walmart. They might close it down until you leave. But actually, no, I was just messing with them. But I definitely want them to understand that this game is it means everything to these fans, this community.
Yeah, Chris, have any of the players who've been around for a while talked about any frustration in terms of being able to beat Kentucky since 2017?
Yes, I mean, you know, guys like Jaws, I mean, he's never beat Kentucky. I mean, most of the guys, I think, in this program, obviously, have never had that honor of beating those guys. And so that's something that we want to make sure we make a priority. And I think that's something that we've really been on the agenda since we got here. We understood the assignment from day one. We've got to go out and execute. And we understand how much this game means to this fan base, to the city. And it has been a while, too long, to be honest with you. And we feel as though we've got a lot of work to do. They've got a good football team. You know, they've had some ups and downs, but they're well coached. I think Martin Stoops does a great job defensively, especially. He's got a defensive mind. I actually played in college with their defensive coordinator. He was my linebacker, Brad White. We played in college together. Very well familiar with him. He's a brilliant mind, understands football. He's coached at the professional level as well. So he's going to be a challenge for us. But you know, I like our team, and I like where we are right now. I think the guys are locked in, and they understand what's at stake.
Chris, can you just speak to they've got a pretty good run defense. Can you just speak to their defensive front, what you're seeing from them and that linebacker core?
Well, the front is they're massive. I mean, they've got some size up there. They're disruptive. They like to get and play the game across the line of scrimmage in the backfield. They've got some really big men up there, and they're strong at the point of attack. You know, they do a good job of running some certain line stunts that can possibly free some of the guys up, create some more gaps. And you know, I think they do a good job with their hands. They pursue the football. They're well coached. You can tell those things, and so we have a great challenge in front of us to deal with the front. I mean, the linebackers, they make plays. You know, they run well. They've got some size, but I think they really try to win the line of scrimmage. I mean, in the SEC, that's kind of, you know, how you have to make a living is at the line of scrimmage. They've done a really good job over the years of really beefing up that line. So we're going to have to really do a great job of scheming them up and really really trying to get some ways to gain some advantages. But we're looking forward to the challenge. Certainly, they're well coached and assignment sound, disciplined football team. You know, they're going to make you earn yards. So we're excited about that opportunity, and feel like we've experienced a lot of growth over the season. I think particularly since the NC State game, I think we really were challenged in that game, and I know from a personal standpoint, my unit really, I think, has grown tremendously since that game. We needed that game to stifle us so that we understand how to be more detail-oriented, how to attack certain defenses that maybe kind of condense running lanes and want to put a lot of people close to the line of scrimmage. And so we've had to take on a different mentality. We've seen a little bit more of those type of defenses, and I think you've seen some more success as a result. So, we're definitely looking forward to it, but it's going to be a challenge this week.
Chris, ever since Jordan suffered that hamstring injury, it seems like he hasn't been as consistently explosive, lost maybe a slight step. How limited has Jordan been since he suffered that injury, and how has that impacted what you guys scheme up as an offense?
I think he's yeah, he did. You're right. He did get nicked up a few weeks back, and he's been battling through some things. His game is predicated on speed a lot of times, and if you got a bad wheel or something's not quite feeling right, yes, it can have an impact on his game. I think he has been able to give us everything he has for the last couple of weeks, and that's what I respect the most about the kid is he hadn't shut it down. He's battling through it, and I think his teammates understand he's battling through it, and they just love the fact that he's out there at war with them. And I know us as coaching staff, we appreciate everything he's given us, and I think he's getting healthier by the day. I just think that we haven't quite seen him back to full strength yet. I think his whatever he is still effective, but we've been blessed with the emergence of Isaac Arendo to kind of spell him and give him some take some off of his plate, if you will. And so I think that as he continues to get healthy, I also have to give a shout out to Maurice Turner. I thought he did a really good job last week as well, on special teams as well, and he's chomping at the bit to get going. So, I think we've got plenty of pieces back there to get the job done. If a guy's nicked up or maybe not quite 100%, but I feel good about Jawar and where he is and where his availability comes Saturday.
Chris, with this being a holiday week, how do you all handle Thanksgiving? Is it a team Thanksgiving meal? Is it position groups? Are you taking with your family?
It's a little bit of both. We definitely have something for the team, and then I know myself, I like to have the guys over to my house, around my family, around my kids, holding my kids, playing with my dog. I've always cherished that and valued that. I think it's about more than football. I think it needs to be about that. When you deal with young people, I think you connect with them that way. And also, I want them to see my family. I want them to see structure. I want them to see some things that they may not have seen growing up. Me interact with my wife, my children. Maybe some things that they maybe missed coming up. Some of my kids don't have fathers in their lives. Some of my kids maybe don't have moms in their lives. So I want them to see what the dynamic looks like and how it functions. Because again, I think it's about more than football with those young men, and they know I love them. We say it every day after practice, and I want to make sure that we're putting action behind the words and having them over to the house and inviting them in, and just the one rule I have when they come over is, hey, no football. We don't talk football. We're just gonna leave that in the office, but let's just talk life. Let's be people and let's be real. And so I think that it really resonates with them, and